Hell yes, we are into June 2024 now, and this is my favorite series, and I'm so glad to have you guys tagging along while I have fun with a bit of mail, where I go through and I see what I was buying back in June. I completely forget everything I've bought, and seeing if I made a good purchase or I made a terrible purchase, and you get to see along with me what the fluctuations have done. So you'll see the first one here was $8.68, and let's go through and see if I was being a dummy or if this has been a good purchase. So we've got two early year cards of Bergeron. This one's during the right after the lockout there. So he debuted the year before the lockout, and then there was the lockout. So I think both these cards are from that. Actually, this one's a year later, 06, 07. But just two nice base cards for early years of Bergeron. But this one right here is a sick rookie card. So you can see his Acadie Bathurst numbers on the back. Actually, it's kind of crazy that he was only putting up a point a game, and then came to the show and was pretty much an immediate impact in the NHL, and has been had a Hall of Fame career just right off the bat. So he's one of those guys that, like, he looked phenomenal, and some scouts really had an eye for him. But when he finally did make that jump, it was seamless, and he never looked back. We'll get into parcel number 2. This one was $12.62, and let's see what we were buying back then for this price. All right, we got a bunch of Vasilevsky here. So right off the bat, we got a Sparkling Instinctive. And then we got a base card here, which sometimes these are numbered. This one's not. So the base are pretty short printed, but they have a sick design there. So you can see it when I shimmer it in the light there. These designs on the stature cards are unreal. And then we got a card of 199. So it's all Vasilevsky here. 155 out of 199. Just a future Hall of Famer. Trophy case full of hardware. Stanley Cups, Vezinas. Pretty incredible. Vasilevsky, always happy to add some short prints of Vazzy there. Gold out of 199. Here we've got the same card, but out of 99. So 42 out of 99. And then behind that, we've got out of 75, another stature. Here are Splendid Skaters. He's not a skater, but here it is. Splendid Skaters, 40 out of 75. Just unreal to add some short prints of a sick goalie and a future Hall of Famer. I'm fired up about that. Parcel number 3 is $13.27 USD. So you'll see the conversion below what I paid in Canadian dollars. And right off the bat, that's a Hall of Famer 1/1. That is getting me fired up immediately. That is Joe Nieuwendyk printing plate 1/1. Nothing on the back there, but this is a printing plate from Heads Up of a Hall of Famer on the New Jersey Devils there. That is unreal. 1/1. So sick. Behind that, we've got a rookie or pre-rookie on Canada Juniors here, a high gloss Mitch Marner, 3 out of 25. That's a sick card as well. Holy moly, that's a short print pre-rookie of a future Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Mitchell Marner, unreal. And then behind him, we've got Kucherov out of 99, so 74 out of 99. Just unreal. Another Art Ross trophy for Nikita Kucherov. That is friggin' sick. Full Force, Rising Force out of 99. That's a sick parcel. We're going to get into parcel number 4 here, paying $16.66. This one's heavy, so I think there's going to be quite a bit in here. And wowzers. It was a mess to get out. So if you're someone who's thinking about selling cards, just, you don't have to overkill on the tape. Just put a normal amount of tape. But that's just my gripe for the day. We'll go through here. We got some really sick hauls of some cool players that I like. So right off the bat, we got Crosby here, and this CHL grad card would have been the main reason I picked up this lot. And then I saw a couple others that were free combined shipping. So we got the CHL grad card of Crosby. That's a sick card that I'm happy to add to the collection. Another one back there. We got Canvas here and Superstars Hockey. Unreal Crosby cards to add. A couple more base. So that's a Teacher's Pet of Crosby in the back. We got Metal and another base on the back. And then we got a few Nylanders here. We got the Superstar Honor Roll and Stat Box Fillers, o-pee-chee Premier, and the top rookie there. That's a nice one. Happy to add another Nylander rookie. We got Deep Roots and Parkhurst Champions. This is a really sick one. The Neon Yellow Surge is awesome. We got a retro of Nylander and a base on the back. And then here we got, this is sick, the Red Rainbow of Carey Price, the jersey match there in one of his final years when he had that sick mask. This is such an unreal mask from the end of his career. We got the base here, Parkhurst Champions, and the Team Canada Juniors. We got SP and the gold etchings there of Carey Price. We've got Seeing Stars, and this is sick. The goaltending greats, I love that one. game dated action, and the stickums, the stickers there. And then we got a bunch of Marner here. So this one's out of 1000 there, the die cut UD3. We got some season highlights here. There's Marner and the top rookies of Marner. That's a sick one to get. I'm fired up about that. Unreal. We got Centennial and the o-pee-chee Premier. We got some base and stat box fillers, honor roll and lunchbox legends, and then some really nice Gretzky's here. We got some Pinnacle signature moves from EA Sports and OT Heroes. We got some base from 99. So that's that's Heroes checklist on the back, but then you can see these ones are those base cards. And back here, so these ones all kind of highlighted his final season in the NHL. Some really nice base there. Some Bowman back in the early 90s, some artifacts, and this one's really cool, the Wayne Gretzky profiles. That's a sick one. So that was that haul. You can see how we did down below there, but I'm really happy to add those all to the collection. And then this one we had already pulled out, and I just forgot to record it, or I didn't hit play. So now we're hitting play. It's a big haul of Connor McDavid. And actually, they all came in tissue paper, which is kind of fun. So like, kind of sucks to lose that unboxing. But there were some really good Gretzky's for $23 back in June. Sorry, not Gretzky's, McDavid's. But we got all the 21-22s there. So that's the checklist with Draisaitl, but there's also the All-Star and the Walking Down the Hall version. And then we've got some Tim Hortons there. We've got some SP Authentic. We've got 5 from, I think this is 2019-20. Yeah, the base. I like adding the base of McDavid, just hanging on to that. But there's also some second-year sophomore cards in here that I'm really fired up to add. Here's 2018-19 McDavid's. These are good additions to the collection. Some more 2022 or 2021 there, 73. These both are sophomore cards, second year Tim Hortons, unreal additions to the collection. Really nice design with the reflection or the refractor. We got Pride of Canada here, 3 from the hockey day in Canada, or hockey card day. This is another sophomore card. So that's Pride of Canada. We've got the checklist there, MVP. We've got game day action from 2019-20 of McDavid. We've got the limited red here. We got the blue die cut from SP Authentic. That's sick. These game day action ones are also sophomore cards. So 2016-17 game day action, not sporting the C. It's his only season where he's not sporting the C on his jersey. And then here, another one where he's not sporting the C. I think these are kind of rookie cards of McDavid. CHL Player of the Year in 14-15. He was named Oilers team captain on October 5th, 2016. So it's actually going to be certainly a sophomore card, but still unreal to add these two sophomore McDavids. And actually we added about a dozen of them in this haul. So just really fired up about everything we added today. You can see just Hall of Famer 1-of-1s, Vasilevsky's, future Hall of Fame rookies, just some incredible pulls. I'm fired up about this eBay Unsealed. If you do like them as much as I do, it definitely helps me out if you leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this stuff, be sure to subscribe and stick along with us. We're happy to have you. And as always, thanks a ton for tuning in, and take care.